So in one of the more recent episodes of our podcast 9 to 5 Mac Overtime, Jeff and I discussed our top 3 Apple products that we cannot live without, excluding basically your iPhone. And we came to the consensus that our AirPods, whether it's the AirPods Pro, AirPods Gen 3, the USB-C, or the Lightning version, it's basically a product that we never leave the house without, and especially if you have the Apple ecosystem in totality, like a MacBook Pro, your iPad, your iPhone, an Apple TV, HomePods. It works basically like magic, connecting and moving across products, being able to listen at one point, but then moving on to another point. So again, the AirPods Pro I've been using since the very, very beginning, and it's one of those products that I use on a daily basis, whether it's for phone calls, for music, for workouts, and everything in between. So in this video, what I want to do is talk about some accessories that I use with my AirPods Pro, because again, the AirPods Pro are pretty self-explanatory, but there are some accessories that I've been using over the past years that have really helped amplify my experience with them by keeping them safe, making sure that they stay clean. And again, I'm very excited to share these with you, but without further ado, let's hop into these AirPods Pro accessories and leave some comments down below if you guys use any types of accessories for your AirPods Pro or Gen 3 or Gen 2 or any of the other AirPods in the lineup, including the AirPods Max. Let's get into it. So just to preface everything, I'm going to be using the AirPods Pro Gen 2, the Lightning version. Most of the products, if not all of the products, will work with any type of AirPods Pro, whether it is the Gen 1, the Gen 2, or the Gen 2 with USB-C. And I will link down below some corresponding products for things like the AirPods Gen 3 and the AirPods Gen 2 as well. We're kind of going to stay away from AirPods Max for now. But let's first talk about cases for the AirPods Pro. And some people think that cases for the AirPods Pro are a little bit redundant because the AirPods actually come in a case itself. But I've always been a believer in having a case for your case because it just keeps things protected, makes things last longer, and stops your AirPods, depending on which case, from flying all over the place when you do drop them. Because if you've ever dropped your AirPods Pro case on a hard surface, for some reason, without doubt, the AirPods themselves go flying across the room and they're like impossible to find. So I've been able to find a solution that I've been very happy with, but the case that I've been rocking with is the A9 by a company called Aulumu, and I've been using it for a couple of reasons. First and foremost, it does keep your AirPods Pro fully protected, so it keeps it protected from scuffs and scratches, from drops, from dents, because it is a pretty rugged case overall and it has this nice geometric shape to it. But another reason I chose this AirPods case specifically is because I needed an AirPods Pro case that had a clasp to keep it shut, for multiple reasons. The first one is that example that I mentioned, where if you drop it, I don't want my AirPods Pro case to just fly open and have my AirPods fly all over the place. But secondly, if you do have a child and they get their hands on it, most of the time they open up the AirPods case and they throw the AirPods around, so having a clasp basically makes it child-proof, and this one is extremely strong but easy enough for myself to open up by just pushing it down, and then it does let me open up. And then on top of that, there is some additional magnets, so it does keep the actual lid closed even when the clasp itself is open. So overall, it keeps everything tight and tidy and making sure that everything stays where it's supposed to be. It does come in a black colorway and like a grayish white colorway, and also comes with this like Velcro lanyard type of situation, which I like to have. And I've been using this AirPods Pro case for a couple months now and absolutely love it. So definitely check this one out if you are looking for a case, but there are some thinner ones out there, which I will link below if that's something that's very important to you. So one thing that I am ashamed to admit is that I rarely, if ever, actually clean my AirPods Pro, and I'm going to put some timestamps down below so you guys can skip around, but I will be showing for a few seconds what my AirPods look like before I clean them, because I did get the KeyBudz Aircare 2.0 cleaning kit, which brings pretty much everything that you would need in order to clean your AirPods thoroughly, and it works with any set of AirPods as well as pretty much any other in-ear Bluetooth headphone that you get your hands on, because it allows you to clean everything very thoroughly with all the different pencil tips that it has. It's got pencil tips with brushes, with pointy parts, with silicone pieces to get you into all the nooks and crannies. The other side has a nice microfiber tube, which allows you to get inside of the actual AirPods case itself to clean everything out. So like I mentioned, I'm going to put some video on right now to show you guys what my AirPods look before I clean them, and then what they look like after, and it's absolutely night and day. My AirPods feel brand new and even sound a tiny bit better because of all the stuff that was going on in there was probably blocking some of the noise overall. But I absolutely recommend this Aircare 2.0 case if you're somebody that likes to keep their things clean and you don't have the correct tools to get into all those little nooks and crannies. Because yes, we can easily wipe them with a microfiber cloth every now and then to keep them relatively clean, but to get into maybe the hinges and inside of the actual ear tips themselves and getting inside of the actual magnetization where they charge is kind of difficult depending on what tools you have. So this one covers everything that you need under the sun to make sure that your AirPods Pro are clean. And like I said, it works with any type of earbud that you want to get clean and you want to maybe clear out those hairs and that earwax that you've been building up over the past 6-12 months. So I definitely recommend jumping on this if you want to keep your products as clean as possible that go inside of your ear multiple times a day for long periods of time. And then one of the newer products that I'm trying out is also by KeyBudz, and it is going to be their foam tips. Now, I probably have the most classic ear, or the most kind of encompassing ear that most people have, because when I buy the AirPods Pro, I leave the medium silicone tips on, I put them in, and they fit and they work fine. They stay in my ear during workouts. When I'm commuting, they work great with noise cancellation and noise isolation as well. So I probably have the most common ear known to man at this point. But I did want to try out these foam tips because ideally it is supposed to give you even better noise cancellation and more noise isolation overall because of the way that it's actually made and the material choices. But the silicone tips, again, they're more plasticky, they're more malleable, they're easy to move around. And the silicone tips, they kind of just bounce back to what the actual shape is itself once you take them out. Versus the foam tips, as you can see here, once you squeeze them, they kind of stay in that squeeze position for a little bit before they re-expand to their original size and their original ear tip size. So having a foam tip really kind of goes into your ear and really shapes into your ear canal, giving you a much better noise cancellation and isolation when you are using it, especially if you're just using it in normal listening mode. If you're not using it, in noise cancellation mode and you want to save some battery, this one does help with noise cancellation without having that noise cancellation feature turned on. So they're very comfortable. These come in black, which I absolutely love because it gives the AirPods Pro kind of this stormtrooper look, and it meshes well with the Aulumu case that I have on there. I will say, if you're somebody that does have a lot of earwax, it does show more so with the black ear tip because of the contrast of colors versus the white one. But again, a quick little clean that you can do, or a quick brush away, and they do end up being very clean. But that's something I did want to point out if you do go with the black colorway. So definitely try out some foam tips if that's something that you never had before. They're very easy to swap out. They come in 3 different sizes. And again, I'm the medium size, and they stay in my ear extremely well and very easily. Okay, so now I do want to talk about charging AirPods Pro and what accessories that I use. And charging is a little interesting with the AirPods because each generation and each kind of class of AirPod can charge differently now at this point, and they have different forms of charging itself. So if you have an AirPods 3 and then an AirPods Gen 2 or newer, it is MagSafe compatible. So what that means is that it has the magnetic ring, so if you do have MagSafe accessories or MagSafe chargers, you can just wirelessly attach your AirPods Pro or AirPods Gen 3 to those MagSafe accessories and it'll charge perfectly. So even if you do have a MagSafe stand, you can prop it on there and it'll stick on there because it is magnetized. And then also you do have regular Qi charging, so it does support wireless charging. So if you have a regular wireless charging pad, most AirPods at this point do have a wireless charging case and it does support wireless charging. I believe the AirPods Gen 2 do have wireless charging, they just don't have MagSafe wireless charging. And then you have the AirPods Max, which all they can charge with is a lightning cable. They don't support any type of wireless charging because they are over your headphones. So I just wanted to bring that up to let you guys know how to actually charge in different ways. And then of course you now have the lightning version of the AirPods Pro and the USB-C version of the AirPods Pro. So if you physically plug in, depending on which one you have, you might need a different cable. But one thing that some people don't notice is that if you do have a pair of MagSafe compatible AirPods, whether it is the Gen 3 or the AirPods Pro Gen 2, you can actually use an Apple Watch charger to charge them. So if you have a 3-in-1 stand, or you maybe have a 2-in-1 stand that only charges your actual Apple Watch, you can actually connect via the MagSafe magnets to the Apple Watch charger and charge your AirPods Pro at 5 watts. So the first charging product that I do want to recommend is the X61 by a company called Kuxiu, and it literally is just an Apple Watch charger puck that you can actually lay flat or prop up. So it does obviously work with your Apple Watch and it does fast charge your Apple Watch, but it also fast charges your AirPods Pro. You can lay it down, it auto aligns for you so you know that you're not messing up the wireless charging and you know that it's not going to actually misalign itself. You can actually prop it up as well if you want to. So I love this charger, especially for on the go. You just connect it with a USB-C cable and you'll be good to go to be able to charge your AirPods Pro wirelessly. Now I will say with the Aulumu A9 case, because of the thickness of the case itself, the MagSafe magnets aren't strong enough to actually work that way. It still works with regular wireless charging, so if you lay it flat with the wireless charger, the wireless charging will work and will work perfectly fine. But if you do use a bare AirPods Pro case, this is a great charger to consider. And another awesome dedicated charger for the AirPods lineup is going to be by Satechi. This is exactly what it looks like. It has a USB-C in, you plug it into whatever USB-C port you have, whether it's on your laptop, on your iPad, on a charging brick, and then it kind of has this almost like indent that you can kind of cup the actual AirPods themselves. You put it on there and it's going to magically charge your AirPods wirelessly at 3 watts of speed, so it does charge relatively quickly, and it's very easy to use, very self-explanatory, and I absolutely love this one. I've had this one for years now at this point, and like I said, you can connect it to your iPad, you can connect it now to your iPhone because the iPhones have USB-C, which is amazing to see, so it's all kind of coming together, and it's very easy to use. And then 2 more products that I want to recommend, mostly for on-the-go use. I'm going to recommend a MagSafe battery pack because, again, since it is a MagSafe battery pack, and they do use wireless Qi charging, it is easy to use that as a portable charger for your AirPods Pro. I'm going to recommend one by Aulumu again, which I absolutely love. I mentioned this MagSafe battery pack multiple times just because it's so multifunctional. It's got a kickstand, it works with your iPhone obviously, but if your iPhone is already fully topped up and you have this in your back pocket and your AirPods need some trickle charge, you can just put this, lay it flat down, and then connect it via MagSafe or, again, wirelessly charging it, so then you're able to charge your AirPods Pro or AirPods Gen 3 very easily. And then lastly, of course, the fastest way to charge your AirPods is going to be to physically wire it in. So whether it is a lightning cable or a USB-C cable, I like to recommend an on-the-go one again. This is by a company called Rolling Square. This is their inCHarge one. And it's basically just a keychain cable. It's a very short cable that you can use on the go. It does also work with data pass-through, but it has all the different tips that you would need. So it has a USB-C and USB-A on one side, which you can interchange because it's all connected. And then you also have a lightning and then another USB-C on the other side. So if you do have an AirPods Pro with lightning, or if you have an AirPods Pro with USB-C, it'll work with either of them. And then of course, since it does have lightning, it'll work with the AirPods Max. It'll work with older generation of AirPods, and it's very easy to use. And if you have an external battery like this MagSafe battery pack that also outputs via its USB-C cable, you know, this is a perfect way to fast charge your actual AirPods Pro if you are in a pickle and you need a little bit more charge. So those are my AirPods accessories that I do highly recommend. You have some cases for protection, you have the charging capabilities in different ways, whether it's with MagSafe or an Apple Watch charger or fully wired in. And then of course you have the ear tips and being able to clean your AirPods, because unfortunately our ears are naturally just very waxy and they attract a lot of grease, and you have maybe some people have hairy ears and things like that. So keeping your AirPods clean is something that I'm going to be doing a lot more moving forward, because I went a very long time without cleaning them. And I apologize for that little clip that I showed early on to show you guys a before and after, but I felt the best way to show if something is able to clean something is to show how dirty it was before and then how clean it was after. But that's going to do it for this video, everybody. If you made it to the end, leave a little dolphin in the comments down below so I know you made it to the end. And leave a comment down below if you use any accessories with your AirPods Pro or any AirPods for that matter. And then finally, if you guys did stick around to the end, then you probably might be aware that we launched our channel memberships. I'll leave that all linked down below for you guys to check out. We have some awesome perks in there for those people that really want to ride with the community. We do have some awesome perks in there for those people that are in the community and want to continue to stay in there and support us through the years. But that's going to do it for this video. If you guys want to watch more videos like this one, click on one of these videos right here. And until next time, I'm Fernando, and I'm out of here, everybody. We're officially in iPad season, and I'm so excited for next week. So definitely subscribe, because iPad Pros and iPad Airs are incoming.